All right, it's rolling.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to I'm Just Saying podcast, and I'm in studio today with my boy Travis.
Yo, yo.
First thing I want to say is, bro, rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner, bro. You heard about that?
Nah, I ain't know he died.
Bro, he passed.
Damn, for real?
54, yeah, he drowned, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Wow.
Theo gone, bro.
Wow. Nah, I ain't know that.
Yeah, man, I was hurt. Damn, man, we can't even hear from Bill Cosby. I know he hurt, but don't nobody give a damn. But yeah, man, rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner. But today, I got an unpopular theory. Today, I want to talk about how I feel like Master P is the beginning of the South's dominance in hip hop. I feel like it all starts with him. My boy don't agree, but in my opinion, bro, I feel like he starts the dominance. I feel like before him, you had artists in the South that made splashes. You know, of course, if we talking Atlanta, of course, Outkast, Dungeon Family, of course, you know what I'm saying? In Texas with Jay Prince, 3 6 Mafia bubbling, UGK, 8Ball MJG, and every southern city had a local sound, but nobody really made a stamp for real in the music business where it stuck to me until Master P. I just don't remember the whole industry really looking like, oh shit, like they did with Master P. Cause really, after Bout It, like, it was No Limit World. It was No Limit World for a long time. And I think he deserves that credit. I don't think he gets enough credit, to be honest. And like I said, to me, the dominance starts with Percy Miller.
So the only thing I'll say, and I think it's kind of it's important to point out the fact that Master P's whole thing is really about business wise. Musically, like Master P himself cannot really rap like that. Like nobody really cared about Master, like musically. Like they had hot records and all of that. We're not saying that. But in terms of making other regions take the South hip hop seriously, I don't give that to P. I give him all the business acumen, like in terms of independent labels and all of that kind of thing, and what he did with that. Hell yeah. Like you cannot deny what the label did and what that did for independent, particularly Southern hip hop labels. But I feel like your whole thing is you're talking about musically, and that's just kind of where I disagree, because I feel like too many other people were doing that. Again, you said Jay Prince, so we all know Jay Prince is a Southern legend, yeah, in terms of like the label, which is what he did with Ghetto Boys, all of that stuff, right? So that stuff to me that I'm like, that's turning heads. Obviously, we all know with Outkast, and even if you're talking about outside of hip hop, even with that too, So Def. There's a lot of things that were head turning before P. But P, particularly with the label, I don't think P gets enough credit for his business acumen and that whole thing. But the music part is where I struggle, because there's too many other people prior.
Because the only reason I say, because to me, the business wouldn't been as good if the music wasn't. If the music wasn't great, and I'm not saying it's the greatest out of the South, but in that space of time, what he was doing was phenomenal. We loved it. And I don't think he sells as many records if the music ain't that good.
I think that's a lot of hustle too, though. And yeah, the music, I'm not saying the music is bad, but I'm just saying too many people before were making people pay attention to Southern hip hop before P.
But I don't think they had the same impact. And I don't think that's just business, because I just don't remember a lot of Southern artists springing up in the way they did after Master P.
But that was going
on a mainstream level.
Like I said, in terms of late because you wasn't really seeing like you was not gonna see a Southern rapper get his own label prior to P. So after like Bout It and all that stuff was blowing up, then it was like Ludacris came out and he had DTP and then T.I. and he had Grand Hustle and Jeezy with I don't know what it was called. What's that shit called? Whatever it was called. But that whole thing. It just all of that stuff started happening. Outkast had their own label. Like that stuff I think P helped his success, obviously No Limit, Cash Money. Like to me, Slip and Slide, all that kind of stuff.
But see, I don't think that happens.
It doesn't.
Before Master P?
No, but that's everybody getting labels and getting their own deals and getting their own artists and that whole thing. No, that doesn't happen without P. I agree with that. But your stance has always been P made people pay attention to the South.
I think I think he made the rest of the I'm talking about industry rap heads and people who sign artists and people who push music. I feel like after Master P, they really paid attention to the South. And they didn't do it before. Whereas before, they were mainly looking East Coast, West Coast, Midwest. And I feel like it forced them to really see the talent in the South. Way more than anyone else did.
But that's the thing. Talent in the South. Again, they was doing their thing, but okay. Right now, why is it that no limit artist has any longevity now?
I mean,
one person from that camp. How come nobody from that camp?
I don't really know. I don't really know.
Is there somebody? Am I missing somebody?
I mean, nobody but Master P, really.
Mystical for a little bit and then he got in that trouble.
You know, he tripping.
Yeah.
Silk the Shocker never could rap. It just like, you just cool with a nigga little brother type shit.
I do think that No Limit needs to be celebrated more because what they did was, at the time, very revolutionary.
It was
important.
And I think the music is, I just don't think the game as a whole paid attention to the South as much as they did once he came. I feel like once he came, the entire game really paid attention to the South. And then once Cash Money came, and then the Crunk era, like once those two things happened, after that, it was over. Like, but I don't think they pay as much attention without Master P.
It was definitely going to be a thing where the success that they were having was, but I don't think that was due to the music. I think that was due to obviously the success and the hustle and all of that. But I don't think any of that, because which is crazy to me, there really isn't, I can't think of one. There's not too many No Limit songs that really.
I mean, that
like
sound,
today.
I think that sound is dated. It didn't.
Because there's certain Cash Money, like I saw your boy, it was actually hilarious. Your boy Kev on stage, he posted a tweet or something. This nigga said, shit was funny. This nigga said, he's like, I'm tired of y'all not standing for the national anthem. He said, y'all, this come on, y'all better get y'all asses up. He said, and I'm paraphrasing. He was like, I know about, for me, when I hear that, Cash Money taking over for the 9-9 in the 2000. So basically say that was the national anthem.
Yeah.
And it's like, so Cash Money has a song like that. As great as Bout It is, we don't really talk about, so there's not too many.
His music, it didn't necessarily stand the test of time. But in that window of time, it was very important and it was good.
Yeah, of course.
Now, I can't just say
Speaking of which, I had every No Limit album the year 98.
I know.
Every one. All them glittery ass covers. Had all that shit.
But what I'm saying, like, that music still, I don't think he couldn't have hustled straight garbage.
I'm not saying it was garbage, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think niggas from New York heard any No Limit songs like, yo, them niggas. I just think it was like, yo, they hustling, they doing their thing.
I don't when I talk about people, I'm really talking about industry heads and people who put music out. I feel like they started to look.
Business-wise, yes, I agree. If we're talking about the business and
the music too, though.
I don't think that the music made anybody. I just feel like too many other people were doing better music that were making other regions be like, yo, the South doing something. Again, I'd give P all the credit for the business, the hustle, all of that.
Bro, take yourself back to 1996, 97. It ain't my fault coming on the radio. That shit going crazy.
I'm not saying it's not.
Make them say, Make them say, alone.
They had a crazy run. I know.
Come on, bro.
I'm not denying that, but I don't think that.
Bourbons and lax.
Bruh, I don't think that the music, I think too many other.
Mr. Ice Cream Man still kind of hold up.
No, I'm not saying the songs don't hold up, but I'm saying culturally, as the culture. Like me, you, other, yeah, I'm not saying that. Overall, the culture doesn't hold that. I'm talking about the culture as a whole. Not me personally, or you personally, or whoever. As a whole. How come we don't, granted, I think we should. Because I told you, I've been playing some old No Limit stuff. Some of that stuff still hits.
Yeah.
But how come culturally we don't hold that music like we do other music, like from other, to still songs from like So So Def era, to so many other eras, and we'll still, you know what I mean? Like,
I feel you, but I still feel like that music played a part in it.
Again, no, I'm not saying it didn't. I'm just saying there was too many other great Southern acts and songs that would have had even industry people looking at the South before P. That's all I'm saying. But again, their run was crazy. And I do agree with, they came out. And I do think it definitely helped factor in that wave for sure. So I'm not denying that. I just always have an issue with, like you said, you got too many ghetto boys. Like, there's too many other people.
But I just feel like those were splashes in the water, but they didn't really stamp
Outkast
it.
ain't no splash, bro. That's still the biggest.
But I'm saying.
Now, granted, P
first
had a
album.
big P, No Limit. Go ahead.
Okay, so Outkast had 2 albums by 95, right?
No, 1. First album was 94.
First album was 94.
So they're basically 2 years apart up until like.
Okay, so 96, AT-Aliens out, right?
Right.
Okay. That was a great album, and people love that shit.
Right.
And I'm not taking away their importance.
And you got to think, all their albums was platinum. So with P had mad albums before all of that didn't do practically nothing up until, I guess, either Ice Cream Man or obviously we know Ghetto D was big. So Cass was still platinum acts before P ever was. Now, granted, P had way more billboards. He got the higher billboard success and commercial success before Outkast did. So yeah, but that was a platinum group.
Yes,
before.
But what I'm saying is, I don't think people necessarily paid more attention to the South when Outkast came. I think they saw Outkast and said, cool, but I don't think it made them want to see what else was in the South.
And I don't think P did that either. Not musically. I don't think, because they were, a few people said this, like in interviews and stuff, like people like Funk Flex, like when, like ATL, not AT, yeah, ATLians, like Elevators came out. He was like, I wasn't vibing with that. Like, I wasn't playing that stuff. And at the time,
Right.
It took him a minute to catch up. So I don't think, granted, maybe, I'm sure about it probably, or make him say, probably started to force radio to be like, all right, maybe.
Okay, what you think No Limit peak year was?
98.
98.
It was downhill. Not gonna say downhill, but that was the start of them.
Of them going down. So 98 was like, is that when he dropped that double disc?
The Last
Master
Dawn.
P, yeah, The Last Dawn. Okay, what else came out that year?
98 was their big year. They dropped like mad albums.
Silk the Shocker that year?
All of them. Every act probably dropped the album in 98. Just about.
Mia X?
All them albums.
See, that's the weird thing, because commercially, that's probably their best year, but I don't think musically that's their best year.
Maybe not. But commercially,
think
for
so.
sure.
I feel like 96, 97 was their best time musically.
I think for P, yeah, but
Like TRU.
which is him. He's a
But
part
yeah,
of
but
it.
you know that's a compilation album.
I know, but he's a big part of that. Yeah,
TRU, I think Mystical dropped around that time.
yeah. Mystical probably better album was around there. Yeah,
Mia X first album.
but see, her best album is 98. Silk's best album is 98.
Let's charge it to the
Fiend-
game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fiend's best album is 98. A lot of them guys, they had albums before, but their best albums, 98. Not P.
But the rest of the
The
label.
rest, most of them, they probably not Mystical.
Yeah.
And definitely not Snoop. But the rest of them other people,
Oh, no.
Mac, Mr. Servon, like people like that. Mia X, Mama Drama, which is a good album,
Yeah.
98.
Damn sure was.
Charge It to the Game, solid, 98.
He got some of the best songs with his non-rapping ass.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, 98 was their big year, and then because after that, he got rid of Beats by the Pound, or shortly after. So
Worst
that was
mistake. Worst.
right.
Man.
That was a major L, and it was just kind of an L. Then I think Snoop probably left like 2 years after that. Like,
Nigga, once High dropped, it was a rap, and that nigga was there. Woo, knuckle up, buckle up. I was like, hey.
I remember that. I did kind of like that. Let me see your wobble wobble.
No, I used to like Magic. Chopper style.
That was a good one
chop,
too. Yeah,
chopper
that was,
style.
yeah, I did like.
But
those were like
really,
99, 2000.
Once Master P got the braids, it was a rap.
Really, when he started playing basketball, when they would
Yeah.
play for the Charlotte Hornets, like, get out of
Yeah.
here.
Nigga was fouling out and shit.
It was trash.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was really Lil Romeo. Then he held it down. He was
Okay.
all they had for like.
Little soldiers need love.
He was doing that. That was like, like our senior year and after we graduated and stuff like that. So
Yeah, it was rap then.
it was a rap. So by the time we was out of high school, No Limit was pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty much, cause really, I remember when we was in middle school, to me, that's when I loved them the most. 97, 98. 97, 98 is when I was like, cause we started middle school 98 going in 99, right?
Started
I mean,
middle
high school.
Right.
98 going in 99.
Right.
Yeah. So really 96 through 98.
Yeah, around that time, it was more Cash Money. That's what I'm saying. Really, when Cash Money with the 99 and the 2000,
Yeah.
that was pretty much by No Limit.
Yeah, because remember first that Whoa Keep Wasabi, that's the first Cash Money shit I remember hearing. Whoa, Keep Wasabi. Big ballin' is my hobby.
Yeah, I know the song. I can't remember. I personally can't say that's the first one I heard, but yeah.
Yeah, that's the first song I remember hearing by
Yeah.
Cash Money.
Right.
And that was just Manny Fresh and Baby. But then like once Juvenile dropped High, and then like I said, that nigga playing basketball, he got braids. He got the little P. Miller jogging suit. It's just,
It was done. They was kind of done at that.
But I still feel like what he did between 96 and 98,
It was dope.
musically, I just feel like he wouldn't have made a big of a smash if the music wasn't good.
Yeah, again, I'm not saying the music ain't. But so let me ask you this: what is it? How come you think that their music hasn't held up as much?
I feel like that music, I just feel like it's one of the music that's just so of its time. I feel like that music is like really of its time, and it just, a lot of it don't translate into the modern day. I don't know why. I mean, I still hear about it, and I love it. You know
You hear
what
about
I'm
it
saying?
where?
I mean, if I just play it,
Oh.
you ain't gonna hear it.
Right.
But if I hear it, I still love it. But I just feel like some of that shit just was good when it was good.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting because not really. And it ain't like they don't have bops. So I don't understand why. Like, you'll see old songs, motherfuckers now turning into like,
Yeah.
play with it on social media. It's like, I don't hear nothing. I don't even hear they shit come up on like classic, not classic, but like,
You just-
you know what's crazy? Kiss 104 plays old rap like it's like from the 50s.
Bro, that shit be tripping me out. I be like, damn, we old.
Like, I be hearing that, put it on, man. I'm like, y'all playing this?
Like, bro.
Like, I'm supposed to be listening to Sade when I come to the
I
station.
know.
Like, why am I hearing this? But even on stuff like that, like, I
mean, that really is a good question. I can't even answer it. But I just feel like after him, if you really look at it, that's when you started seeing more and more Southern artists. To me, no other time did you see so many Southern artists before him. Cause even with Outkast, A Baller MJG, UGK, 3 6 Mafia, Ghetto Boys, even with them, they were good. We loved them. But when they made their splashes and they made their stamps,
But is that,
you
is
didn't
that
see
not,
a lot after it.
but is that not just the natural progression anyway?
Yes, it's the natural progression, but I feel like it just doesn't happen like it did if it wasn't for Master P. It was gonna be some other artist that did it, but
Again, if we're talking about the business part, yes.
I think
But
you can't have one without the other. I don't
Sure
think
you can.
I don't think you could just leave the music to the side.
But the music is not. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing about the music that's turning heads like that. Even then, I think it's a lot of just you got the songs are successful. He's doing his thing, but what you really seeing to me that would make the industry is what you're saying look would be like, damn, like okay, this guy. We all know the history. No Limit was a fucking record store,
Right.
not a label, a store. He started making his own music to put in his own store, and then
Right.
it went from there. And he ended up getting some kind of crazy all of that
Travis,
stuff.
the music has to be included.
But it's not. But I don't think I don't think no industry was like, man, I just think it's like. I don't think it's like, wow, this music is just so.
I think it was a little bit of both. I think it
it's-
probably was more business, yes. But the music, if
the
it
music-
wasn't good, it wouldn't have done that.
Of course, I'm not suggesting that, but the music is not making somebody be like, yo, all these other people before this No Limit, like this music is. I don't think it's that. I think it's like, I think you looking at a dude who hustled his ass off. And again, of course, the music can't be garbage. I'm not, and it's not. Like I just said, I had every No Limit album
Yes.
from like '98, not
Yeah.
every, but that year, I had all them shits. So I wouldn't buy all them fucking with my own money at the time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have bought all that if it was trash. So I'm not saying that, but there's no way I can't feel like the industry was like, this music is just disregard every other Southern thing before this. Now we got to start signing.
I'm not necessarily
Like-
saying disregard, but what I'm saying is I got to put both of them together.
And think about this too. A lot of them acts that you probably will say came out after P, quote unquote, really are Atlanta artists.
New Orleans too.
Okay, but that's a label thing. But like artists, a lot of them artists was just coming up from like 99, 2000. Those were just mostly Atlanta rappers.
Yes, they were, but I still feel like Master P's success helped that along.
I agree with that. It helped. Yes, I agree. I'm not saying it didn't help. But you like to say that he made people. That statement is what I kind of disagree with. I don't disagree with of course, I do think it helped for sure. I'm not denying that.
Bruh.
But you said it like made people pay attention to the South.
I really believe
I
it
mean,
did.
okay, but-
Because just at the time it was that little window of time, it was very dominant. You couldn't get past it.
No, it was big. Yeah, for sure.
So I feel like the music was a part of it. I'm not saying, I mean, I kind of get what you're saying as far as it's still not resonating, but during that time,
was
that
a big
music
thing.
was very important, bro. Like,
He had a hit. Because to me, and I could be wrong here, it felt like, yeah, Ice Cream Man was, because even if you want to judge it like on a Billboard thing, it was like, Make 'Em Say was like a massive
yeah.
hit. Ice Cream Man was a good song. I'm sure it was a hit. I don't know how, that's something I have to Google. But,
Yeah.
and then you had Bout It, but I don't think those were national hits. Probably more regional.
Probably so.
Maybe.
I think
Yeah, West or,
Ghetto D was really like the album that really was the one that really put him on. Like,
Did that have Make 'Em Say on?
I think it did.
Yeah. So
But
right.
I think that one. That
Like
might be 97. Yeah.
Yeah, because '98 was the
Yeah.
So that was a massive hit. So of course, yeah, you have a song like that probably at the time felt like it came out of nowhere. yeah, you gonna have people look and be like, what the fuck are they doing down in, and plus, and I could be wrong here too. Was there any big New Orleans rappers before? Probably not, right?
Not that I know of.
So I'm sure they probably made like, what the fuck they doing in New Orleans? Like, who's this nigga and what's all of this? I'm sure, right? And Cash Money was right behind that in terms of getting anything. So yeah, he definitely played a part in Cash Money.
Oh yeah,
Cash Money ain't
I don't even think we would have listened to them without Master P.
probably not,
Cause he stamped New Orleans.
right?
You know what I'm saying?
So that, yeah, something like that. But because again, so we know, you know.
But look at the domino effect though. After him, just look at the domino effect.
But there's a lot of other stuff too. Because, okay, so we know Ludacris came out in 99. We know how big he went on to be. T.I. was 99. When was Jeezy? Probably like,
T.I. was 99?
yes, that first album was 99. Yes. I'm serious, yes. It was
Oh my
99.
God. I thought they were like 2001.
No, around there was like trap music.
No, trap music 03.
No, it's not.
Bruh. Trap music is 03.
Nigga, man,
Nigga.
I promise you.
It's probably 2000. I'm serious, probably 2000.
99 or 2000, but I feel like it's
Trap
probably more
music
99.
is 03. I know that for a fact.
Nah, bro. I'm telling you, trap music is not 2003. Maybe 2002.
Pull it up.
I'm pulling it up. I promise you. Hold on. Okay, I was wrong.
I told you. Cause nigga, I'm
All
serious came out. We were graduating.
All right, I was wrong. 2001.
Yeah.
But you know what I think? I think that song was out in like 2000.
Probably. Which one?
The one that the Neptunes did. The first single.
Pussy Papa #1.
No, there's one before that.
No, that Beanie Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that was maybe 2000. All right.
That's the
I stand
only song
corrected.
I don't like on that album.
The Beanie Man song?
Yeah, that's my least favorite song on that album. And
I feel you. But, okay, so I stand corrected. So that came out in 2001. And you're right, 2003. I don't know why I feel like it was early.
but I mean, it still was a lot of good hip hop going on. Cause in between that time, shit, Nelly, Eminem, Jay-Z, and them had they run. Like it was still a lot of shit going, but the South was.
Well, I know one thing. When Stankonia came out, which was 2000, that, because that was Outkast. For them, that was their big moment.
Yeah, it was.
And then, so I know all them other acts came after that. Or got big after that.
Yeah.
So, you know, but, I mean, again, yeah, they had their, yeah, they was doing their thing in 98.
I'm telling you, I just vividly remember after Master P just seeing more Southern artists. Because you know you would watch MTV, BET, you know what I'm saying. We always heard it here because locally, it was here and the DJs here. You know what I'm saying. We would hear a lot of our shit down here, but when you watch MTV, BET, you saw mostly that West Coast and that New York shit most of the time. But I feel like after him, you started seeing way more Southern artists.
Maybe. But, I mean, well, of course. But how much of that can all be given? I don't know. You know, but did he play a part? Yes. Now, one thing that we definitely can agree on is he don't get enough credit.
Nah,
You know
he
what I'm
definitely
saying?
don't. Nah.
He really don't. And I don't know if that's maybe because his music hasn't stood the test of time or if he didn't. I don't know.
Because I
why
feel
he
like
doesn't.
that style. Because I feel like this may be what the answer to your question. So you know he